A lot of what you do offensively has to do with what the defense is giving you, and so it can be matchup specific. But do you think that your offensive line and Deneric can take something from Friday night and build on it and see the run game, play better second half?
I hope so. We had a really good rushing attack versus Ole Miss. Had another one the other night. That's what we've kind of challenged our offensive line and those running backs with, and the tight ends, obviously, of stacking some games on top of some games, just like we're doing with our team. And we can't have one good week and then, fall back down. And so we've got to stay consistent in that manner. I think our guys will step up to that challenge. But I will tell you, SMU creates a lot of problems defensively. They give you a ton of different fronts. A lot of different movements, and they're shifting right before the snap of the ball, this, that, and the other. We got to do a good job of getting things targeted, and when we do that, we're always at our best.
Getting back to the running game success in that last game, did they play you guys differently than other teams have defensively in terms of giving you more of that than the passing game? I know you probably ended up sticking with it more because it was working, but it's striking how different that was than previous games in terms of.
Yeah, I think they did give us a little bit different look at times. That being said, we've had some of those looks in the past, and we didn't take advantage of it. And I think that's where I think the bye week helped us a little bit. I thought our guys did a really nice job coming off the football and creating opportunities. And those running backs did a much better job of pressing the issue a little bit more, sustaining some blocks in that sense, and helping our offensive line get to that next level. And so I think just like with anything, if you've got some momentum, if you've had some success running the football earlier, I think you continue to have that success throughout games. Same thing goes throwing the football. And so as you kind of continue to build as the game goes on, I thought our guys got a lot more confident in what they were doing up front, backs as well. I thought we kept them a little bit off balance inside and outside with the run part of it, and I thought that part helped us as well.
In the passing game, Davis only had one interception through his first 4 games. In the last 3, he's thrown 2 apiece. What have you guys maybe focused on with him this week, just in terms of taking care of the ball?
I think more than anything, it's decision making, right? And we got to do a good job of that. The 2 the other night, the first one was a poor decision. The second one, just got to put that ball on his body and just be a little bit more accurate with it. I don't think his read was incorrect. He just got to be on the same page in that sense. Most of those that occurred, they happened early in games. He's got to do a good job of just coming out of the gates and being really solid, not trying to do too much, and kind of let the game come to him. And then we still got to do a good job of protecting him, number one, and keeping him back there and keeping him upright. And we got to get good separation. And, when you do those things, you start getting into a rhythm. You saw him do that throughout the game, especially in different drives. And when those things happen, good things happen for us.
The slow starts, and I wanted to ask you about that. There's 3 games now where you guys, your first offensive possession has given up a touchdown. Mm-hmm. How do you reverse that and start better?
Well, first of all, we got to make better decisions, right? But on the other side of that, he started some games really well, and so it's being consistent about what we're doing. It's coming out and taking what the defense gives us early and playing through the offense, right? Don't try to create too many big things early. Make really good, confident decisions, and find ways to move the chains. And so for us, it's always been that way. That first down is important. And I think as you continue to stay in drives, you create opportunities for yourself. So being needy, not greedy early is going to be top of our list, and making sure what we see is what we're getting, and then we can take advantage of it.
I don't know what the details of Deneric's situation were, the appeal or whatever it was, and I can't imagine you want to get into that either. But, I don't know that he knew for sure that he'd be on the field this year. So the fact that he has come back and could have a night like that and hopefully can really contribute for you going forward, I imagine you just feel really good for him for that reason. And then are you happy with the way he handled everything, maybe kept his head down, kept coming out to practice, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there were some emotional times in the middle of this thing, but I think he kept his head down, went back to work, did everything we asked him to do leading up to that point. And, you know, when the decision came back, obviously he was excited, we were excited, but knew it was going to take some time to kind of get him back into that mode. Obviously you feel like, okay, I'm good, I'm ready, but it takes more time than that. And so it was good to see him have the game that he had. I know he is extremely excited about helping our football team go win games and being a part of it. And obviously wanting to do everything he can to contribute to that.
Especially if, you know, tell me about the guys backing them up and how confident you are in them.
Yeah, I thought Reggie Ellis really came in and played well the other night. Got matched up in several different one-on-one type situations. I thought he did a nice job in there. Really came up and supported the run, made a couple of good tackles in there. So I thought he played extremely well. Sean O'Keefe, that's the most reps he's gotten in his career here. And I thought really did some nice things. And so it was good for those guys to get the opportunity and kind of settle into that. We'll see what this week looks like as far as those guys being able to come back. But those guys stepping in, I thought they played well.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.